Alright, Vanners, here we are with the finished product of the exhaust. We had rolled it up. This was mocked up with duct tape, as you saw in the other video. We've got it all welded now, and I can kind of show you the advantages of having this flex pipe in here. So thankfully for one of the other posters, they suggested I put this bung as close to the collectors as I could. I did have it circled and marked over here, but they do recommend, Holly recommends that you do put it within 12 or 16 inches of the collectors, which would be right about here. So thanks for that. This flex pipe here will allow the engine to, to do its rocking under the hood without affecting the bracketing here on the side pipe. So I've got a good 2 or 3 inches of flex up and down, left and right. So that's going to allow the engine to dance. You know, the engine's going to produce about 460 horsepower and 480 foot-pounds of torque. So it shakes the whole van on a rev. One of the things you'll notice, here's the cross member that I had done. Now this cross member started here, and here's for a C10. Then I had the rest of it fabricated from there over and there over. Got a close eye, you'll notice this end is much spread out on the driver's side than it is over here. I only had to add half an inch to the end of this cross member, and then the 3-inch frame bracket. Here I had to have 5 3/4 inches because our vans are off-centered. If you look at your doghouse, the doghouse is not centered in the van. It's scoot over to the driver's side. So everything in there is pushed to the right. So it's 5 1/4 inches off center. It's not really evident on the old bracket, but it is when I had this one fabricated up. You'll also notice this one was bracketed for the cross member connecting the frames. And because of the exhaust, I needed all of this open space. So I went ahead and connected it to the side rails, side frames. The vans are unibody, so we'll just drill a couple holes going in and it fits. So if you're switching to a 700 R4, I have the measurements for the bracket. This bracket I think was $45-50 on eBay, and then I paid to have it fabricated. So then when you're 5 3/4 inches from the transmission, when you get back 3 feet more to the exhaust, your difference now is 14 and 16. So now you're 2 inches. And so what your van is doing, it's making a gradual creep to the center of the axle. So when it got to the mid drive shaft, it was 24 and 26 and a half. And then when it gets to the rear differential, it's centered so that they could use these on the C10s. So our vans are, you know, crab walking from the engine all the way back to the, well, they're actually crab walking this way. So hidden discoveries in our vans. But that's the thing we've got going on here today. Let's get these installed, and then the van will be drivable.